because somehow, somewhere, they're just not going to be able to put their finger on why they don't trust you or back you. Fundamentally, leadership requires a person to influence others. And for you to be influential towards others, you have to have a relationship with yourself that understands yourself in a more in-depth and emotionally intelligent way. Because when you miss that depth or emotional intelligence, you limit your ability to relate to others and therefore to influence them effectively. You also miss out on the opportunity to build trust with them, because when we don't have a deeper sense of connection with ourselves and we haven't developed meaningful emotional intelligence, then people will note that unconsciously, even if they can't quite put their finger on it, and will find trusting you and trusting your decisions more challenging. So this is something that comes up in therapeutic work and in coaching work all the time. And there's a saying that we have, which is, you can only bring your clients as far as you've gone. But that saying is not about the distance or the job or the lived experience. That saying refers to the therapist, the coach, the psychologist's skill of working through their own stuff so that they have the capacity to see and understand where other people are at. Because other people know, even if unconsciously, and sense if you truly understand them. They also know and sense if you have an understanding of what's really on the table. So when I think about leadership and I think about empowerment and I think about influence and I think about impact, it brings me back to that notion that if you as a leader have not developed an in-depth relationship with self and your emotional intelligence, then you're going to really struggle at influencing others, because somehow, somewhere, they're just not going to be able to put their finger on why they don't trust you or back you. And this is where authenticity is really central in the leadership journey. And while a lot of leadership development programs are about developing a particular skill in you that they have deemed as appropriate for leadership, utilizing the systemic leadership development hierarchy model, we can start to look at what you value in leadership and what type of leader you wish to be, and then develop the skills and approaches around that authentic style of leadership. It is the most sustainable style of leadership because it is responsive to the situation. It is the most natural style for you, so it takes the least amount of energy, and it leaves you with the capacity to meet people in the moment responsively rather than reactively. And so authentic leadership isn't about being a certain type of leader. It's about ensuring that your style of leadership is authentic to your personality, to your values, to your boundaries, to your discomforts, to your self-esteem. And that as you move forward and as you develop in your leadership, you develop a holistic view of yourself. You develop yourself as a whole person in your leadership, and not just the aspects that are desired from others or that a particular industry requires of you. So when we think about leadership, we need to come back from the technical aspects, the relational, the influential, and start at the very foundational piece, which is your relationship with yourself is one of the highest indicators for success or failure as a leader. And having a strong, in-depth relationship with yourself and improving your emotional intelligence will allow you to lead with more ease and greater impact.